Asian carp are an invasive species of fish that have invaded the waters of the Mississippi River Basin. Since 1993, they are slowly working their way upstream, passing through locks at dams. Channel 3's Allison Pryor has more details about the multi-state and interagency efforts to track and limit the spread into our local waterways.
There are 4 invasive carp species which outcompete native fish for resources and habitats.
The silver carp are especially problematic because when agitated by boat motors, they jump out of the water with enough force to injure recreational boaters.
Thankfully, our local Tennessee reservoirs have not been affected, but that is not the case further downstream to the west. Over 6.7 million pounds of Asian carp were harvested in Kentucky in 2019. TWRA and TVA are performing extensive surveys in East Tennessee using gill nets and electrofishing, and relying on reports from anglers, too.
One Asian carp was reported in Chickamauga Reservoir last fall. To date, we have not had another reporting, which is good.
Knowledge from these environmental assessments, along with information from partner agencies, are used to detect, prevent, and control carp movement.
Knowing more about where these fish are, how they're interacting with our locks and dams is important for informing and helping to determine what barriers might be the most effective.
Barriers to deter Asian carp movement further upstream include sound repellents, carbon dioxide, and a bioacoustic fish fence, which uses light, bubbles, and sound. Assessments and available funding will determine when and where barriers are placed.
We need to be pushing as quickly as we can and being as smart as we can, using the best information to get them in as soon as possible. That's our position.
Potential environmental and economic impacts will be considered too. To combat the existing populations of Asian carp, there are harvesting incentive programs.
Commercial fishing is one of the best tools we have right now for mass removal.
Carp can be eaten by itself, used for imitation crab, fertilizer, or pet food. The Tennessee Aquarium gave out samples last August.
And everyone who tried the mystery fish liked it, and they were surprised that it was carp and that it could be so delicious.
The furthest upstream of silver carp has been identified in Alabama as Wheeler Reservoir, but anglers on Nickajack, Chickamauga, and Watts Bar should be aware.
Silver carp represent a real threat to tourism in our region. Bass tournaments bring millions of dollars to our area.
Kentucky Lake has lost around $3 million where Asian carp are already problematic. Allison Pryor, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.